Next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, let us jump into this weekend results. Of course, we had Luton, who hosted on form Tottenham Hotspurs. This is a good finish for Spurs for the international break.
Sure.
Do you think that this break is a good thing for them?
No.
2 weeks without your players?
No, it's not. It's not good for them. Listen, they're on a good run of form. Momentum is there. 2 weeks kills that momentum. You don't know who's going to come back injured.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of things to consider. The teams that need the break are your United, quite possibly City, and Liverpool. Because I was looking at the fixture lists and the teams with the most injuries. United is there. I don't remember who is 11. Chelsea, 11 injuries.
Okay, Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah. So it helps those teams, but teams like Spurs,
on form teams,
no, it doesn't. You want to keep going. The confidence is there. The momentum is there. Imagine you go on an international break and the team that you play for or your national team is bam, and then you lose
your momentum.
Your momentum. You lose the game. You lose your confidence.
Or they kick you. They kick on.
Yeah, so it doesn't help Spurs.
For me, it doesn't. I'll agree with PK. They're on form, to be honest. They're on form. But then also it does help out for them, actually, somehow. Because they had so many players in the middle. Your boy suspended, who is there? I forgot his name. Who got the red card in the Luton game.
Okay.
He's suspended. And then most of their midfielders are injured, actually.
Yeah.
So somehow they do benefit from the international break. Okay, let's work on the fitness of those players, actually. Yeah.
All right. Then, of course, we had on form Chelsea, who were hosted by suffering Burnley. And they won 4-1 after a scare of the first goal from Burnley. So I was saying teams like Chelsea, this is bad for them, international play?
Nah.
I mean, they're on form. Now you've got 2 weeks. The players go and play a different type of system.
Look, we can't say they're on form because of the opposition, the quality of opposition they've been facing. Let's be honest. We can't say that. Yes, you can only play what's in front of you.
Right.
We can't say that.
Okay.
So I think the international break helps them if there are 2 or 3 players that come back and raise their hand and say, coach, put me in. Because this run of fixtures that is coming now for them.
But don't you think that the 2 weeks, I mean, going to those, we know we've got a tough fixture list. Let me just click on them here. You have to go down. So the next game was Chelsea. Damn.
Next game is Arsenal.
Yo, Arsenal, I mean, sorry. I'm saying,
look, if they face Arsenal now, if they face Arsenal this weekend.
So this international break does not make a difference for them?
I think it helps them if some of the injuries come back. Like James. They need James. Nkunku, December.
December.
They need. But James will be going in that game also.
But also, another thing which I can touch on, we have to look how many players are called down to the national teams. They haven't been performing well. Sterling is not there, for an example.
He was not called?
No. He's not called. Most of the players are not called, actually. I think it's only one player, and now it's somebody.
It's Enzo and
Caicedo, and the defender, the French defender.
Thiago is not called.
So he's not cool. You
will strike.
You understand? So for them, it's back to basics. That 2 weeks.
They call him out cry. Okay, yeah.
Yes. For that 2 weeks, we can say we can have 3-4 training sessions.
Let's put it like this. Yeah? They don't have Champions League, right?
Sure.
Let me do this. then we say next week or this week, let's say on Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Because Vele, that's how it was supposed to be,
Sure.
right? Where are we? Arsenal.
Up there.
Oh, I missed them.
Is it not? Or
Yeah.
They
Sevilla?
play Sevilla
Away.
away.
But Arsenal have the depth of the squad to face Chelsea.
Martinelli just came back.
Yes. You don't
Saka
play,
is injured.
you don't play him. You understand? You
So you're
go-
saying they can go to Sevilla and not play
Yes.
Martinelli?
yes, you go to Sevilla. They have the squad.
And not play Martinelli?
You can play your legs
And
off.
that's Sevilla right now.
No,
He
listen.
didn't play Martinelli.
He is against City.
He just came back.
He is.
Do you understand?
Those same
But now
minutes.
he came back 20 minutes. He played. At least are you telling me
Yes, those same
this team
minutes.
that needs a draw to go back to Europa?
Yes, those same minutes
No, this team will lose
will lose
because they want to go to
Europe. But if besides
No, but they might need a draw. They need to put themselves above.
Sharp.
No. Wait, gents, wait.
Ciao,
Let's dissect this.
ciao.
Let's dissect this, right? Chelsea, I'm with you guys today. I wanna hear it. Right, where's this group?
It's good.
Right, there's group B.
Sure.
If you lose this game and PSV beat Lens,
Yes, it goes to what I'm saying. Uti, listen, the squad which he brings, he has the depth of the squad. You understand? Yes, when it comes to attack, you won't say that he has the powerhouse actually to attack them. But to defend, you know that okay, he's sorted. He plays your likes of who's this boy who was playing?
Zinchenko, Ben White.
The zombie. Trossard, yes. Trossard. You play Trossard. He has
And
the
who?
Havertz. You play your Havertz.
Sure.
Yes, though.
Sevilla.
We are not
Ah, you can get a
disrespecting them.
result.
You can get the results from those
Yes.
players.
Wait, guys,
Your
are you
party
telling me
was
right-
not playing.
Are you guys telling me right now?
It's
Arteta sitting there, thinking
Yeah.
to himself, I can get a result against Sevilla
Ciao.
with my beach team.
No,
Not necessarily.
no beach team.
Not necessarily.
Listen, it's not his beach team. It's his first.
Okay,
The team which I'm talking about is the team which he was
break
playing last season.
Let's break this down. Okay, let's
Sure.
break this down, right? Shevchenko plays,
Ciao.
right? Is it Ben White?
Ciao.
Does he play Saliba?
Yes.
Does he play Gabriel?
Yes.
Ciao. He plays Declan Rice.
Yes.
This is against Sevilla.
Yes.
Ciao. And then he plays
Party.
Pat.
Yes.
And then he plays Udegaard.
Yes.
And then he plays Martinelli.
No.
He has to play
No,
Martinelli.
he doesn't play
I feel he
Martinelli.
has to. But
Okay, if he doesn't play,
let's say he
Martinelli,
plays Havertz that side.
No, he plays
Trossard.
Trossard.
Trossard way on the left,
on the left.
and on the right Havertz,
Jesus.
and then the center in KT.
Kitty.
Sharp. Then he travels all the way to Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
No, I think he has to play the Stamford Bridge game first.
No,
No,
he
no,
plays
no,
the
no.
Seville game first.
Remember, the games have gone this weekend.
Yes.
Now he goes to Champions League
Champions League
this week.
today.
Let's say today they are playing
Yes.
now.
No, okay, because now I'm thinking in my mind, I'm thinking the 21st. It's,
No. I mean, now
No,
we're
no,
saying
no.
if there was no international.
International.
break,
Yeah.
If there was no international break,
I'm looking at Chelsea's perspective now. Is this a good thing for them? You understand?
So
I'm not saying those players want to come back
Ciao.
sharp.
But do you still have the same philosophy? He plays that he's 80. Let's say he goes with an 80
Sharp.
Arsenal. He travels with them to Seville,
Mm.
and then after he takes them to Chelsea. Do you think Chelsea have the capacity to go against that Arsenal team?
Yes.
Hell.
Yes.
this might be me.
Am I saying they're losing or not? Am I saying that they're losing or winning? I don't know. But what I'm saying is that Chelsea have a better chance. Because they ain't doing shit during the week.
That's the most dangerous part about it.
No.
I'm telling you.
Have you ever gone to Sevilla, Joe?
Look, listen.
Ask myself.
We know from last season. though.
Have you ever gone to Sevilla? It's not easy, Jay.
Listen, it's not easy.
No, we know it's not easy.
Yeah.
But I feel like he has the squad to play both games and come out.
Sharp. Now, again, we've just named our Sevilla squad.
Oh.
He plays the same squad against Chelsea.
No.
Yeah, hungry Chelsea.
No.
He can
me
put in a
give
match.
He now
puts
puts in a
him
match.
Martinelli.
That's the
Yes.
only difference.
Yes, listen, the reason why we didn't put you Martinelli, it was because of such things. You understand? And then your Jesus comes back in
The center.
at the center.
So if Lens wins against PSV,
It's okay.
And Sevilla beats you.
Personally, I don't think Lens will win, but
Against PSV.
PSV is too good.
Let's bet.
I'm gonna put my money.
Yeah, let's put our money on it.
I mean, I can forget.
All right, it's fine. Chelsea fans, please jump in the comments. I try to defend you. Arsenal fans, also jump in and tell me I'm talking bullshit.
No.
Before we stay too long on this one. All right, then of course we go to Old Trafford, where the theater of dreams became the theater of dreams. Damn, what is that? Come on, United fans, talk to me. Who would have been crying today? Eh?
Funny part though, I saw this other TikTok man. So the guy is a DJ, he's a United fan actually. So his girl is at the backstage watching the game. Yeah. So they were losing. I guess they were losing.
One day there.
So Sharp, he's done playing, he comes down. He was like, it's full time, your team go on, actually. I was like, dog, don't fuck with me.
Just to give you guys, just to give everyone perspective, I was watching the Spurs game. Yeah, let me go take a bath. I come out, I jump to WhatsApp. They came pretend like heaven. And you see them. Johnny Evans, Maguire, Lindelof left back. PK is like, let's drink. Oh, it was you saying let's drink.
I also said
PK is like, yeah, no, let's drink.
let's drink.
So
And you said your
Pretty
photo.
gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pretty gave up. Completely gave up. He didn't watch the game. Talk to me, guys. PK, you were watching the game?
I watched the game, obviously. I think it's the same old story. I don't know if it's a matter of fitness or what, but first 20 minutes push. And somehow, that's what I'm saying, it's the same old story. A mistake by one man at the back.
Okay.
And then suddenly we're suffering.
Yeah.
Because we have to
now
chase.
come back again.
We have to now come back. And we don't want that, you know. And the only reason I'm giving Onana a chance is because I looked at the stats of the hair, first 10 games. He conceded more goals than Onana.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
bruh,
taking-
Onana is only struggling,
Yeah.
let's be honest, on low shots right now.
Sure.
That's the only thing he's
Sure,
struggling on.
but
But when you give him he's
the
there.
long ball.
Yeah, he's there.
So I don't know if it's a matter of the midfielder positioning himself correctly to receive the ball, or if Onana, but I do believe he will come right. But we pushed because they scored that one goal, and we were on top, not really on top, but we tried up until the end. I mean, it was not luck for us to score those 2 goals at the end. We put in numbers in the box, put in the ball in the box for players to attack, and came through. Happened. Free time.
A win is a win.
Thank you.
Hi,
I mean, you might need these 3 points towards the end of the season,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Both teams came in struggling. But I just want to ask you guys, I was watching, I'm not sure if I was watching or reading. Sorry if I don't, what's the word in English? If I don't talk about where I got this. Chenag's comments, taking out your Rashfords, taking out your Hoylands,
Sure.
Casemiro.
Casemiro,
Sure.
saying, hey man,
They're not
these guys are not delivering.
He's not wrong.
They need to learn how to, they feel like they've got, how do you guys feel about that?
You know, one thing which keeps me believing in him, actually, is that he has the guns.
He's
That's
he's
certain
honest about it.
your likes of Casemiro, though. Casemiro knows that he's gonna play each and every week.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm.
But if the coach says, dog, you suck, I do believe in you. You are my senior player.
Exactly.
But if you're not delivering what
Right
I
now.
want,
Right now.
no, dog. Go back to the fitness coach,
Sure.
work on your fitness.
Because they scored as a result of his mistake.
He-
Casemiro.
you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Like they're not fit. They don't run. Actually, I saw also from one of the sources. They were like, your senior players are not running though. They play the first 20 minutes, as you have said, each and every game. From
So
the
do you
Bayern
guys-
game, they pushed them. The first 20 minutes, all the games which they have played.
You guys
they-
had this issue last season?
Yes. They dominate the first half actually. Take control, then they lose momentum. You can see that those players are tired actually.
Are they tired or are they complacent?
They're tired.
Tired.
It's
You
fitness.
can't be complacent that bad shit. Can't be complacent. And with where you are on the log, with where your team is in the Champions League, you can't say you're complacent. Because what are you complacent about? It's not like you're a City, you want to treble, now you have to be, now you're chilled. No,
Yeah.
there's no time to chill. Why are you complacent? So, like he's saying, it's not about complacency. I agree.
I just came with this question now. up in my mind. Bruno's gonna be playing for Portugal.
Sure.
We know this definitely. You guys are playing Sheffield. I think your first game when you come back. Do you think resting for that game? Because after that it goes down. You have 6 points that you have to play for in the Champions League. Then you've got City and all of that.
We can afford to rest him for the game.
You play Mount.
Play about
what I thought you were buying for.
To rest Bruno. Sure.
But I doubt that's gonna happen actually.
Oh, he's under pressure now.
He-
Every game he wants to put in like the proper squad.
Yeah.
Because he's under pressure.
Yeah. Besides, you communicate. There is a contract between the club and the national team. You understand? There is that connection which is there. As a coach, you consult with your national team coach. Actually, you tell them, "I understand where you are, but bear with us also." You understand? He's our captain. We need him. You understand? You see that we're suffering. Actually, our form actually affects his form in national team somehow. You understand? So you tell them, play him as much as you want, but limit the minutes as much as you can. If you are winning by 4-0, there is no need for him to be inside the pitch. You understand?
You can suggest, but
His
control another mistake.
You can't
tactics and the player.
and the player. You can't control. But that communication, it will help somehow.
I think we should do a segment like that for the
Yes.
national breaks. When we look, for example, what is Portugal playing for?
You understand? Let's say that for their qualifiers, they're on top.
Yeah.
already. 6 points. 6 points clear. So why are you playing him? Give your young players a chance, actually. Recommend also as a coach. I'm not telling you how to do your job.
But
You also tell us whenever the international break is coming with you. So we need that player. You understand?
and
Yeah.
you know what's the funny and painful thing about what you're talking about? It's painful to say, but there was a time sometimes players would be withdrawn from AFCON qualifiers.
Yeah.
I remember my deep
Mm.
the other season.
You're withdrawn from African qualifiers because your coach should be like, right, if you go,
We need you. We're fun.
do you understand?
It's the same thing which is
That's
happening
Africans
now.
feeling disrespected.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more like what's happening now. Actually, I respect African players now because they have the guts to say, I wanna go and play for my my
I think
nation.
Mane was
actually.
gone
Yes.
before he left Liverpool.
Same applies to Onana. They asked him. Akili was kicked out in the Cameroon team because of the saga with the coach. Now they changed the coach. They called him again.
They changed. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they were like, what you call African, it's January. So January Onana won't be there.
Yeah.
You understand? All the African players, they won't be there.
Mm.
So they asked him, they were like, what are you gonna choose between Menu and your national team? Actually, he was like, I'll fight for my national team, I'll fight for Menu. But the national team, it will not always play. In Africa, it's my way of proving myself to go to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So there is no way for me to
Not play.
not
It's a
play.
stepping stone for
Yes.
the World Cup.
Yeah. And that's what Varane was crying about actually. Was like, why all like the time slot, which it's there. There is no time. We can't always. When was the COVID? They're keep on blaming COVID.
Yeah, and I mean now
COVID.
it should be done by
It should be done by
It should
now.
be done by now. We
You
should be back
understand?
to a normal season.
Yeah, we should be back to a normal season.
Mm.
Now they are piling up
The games.
the games in
Mm.
one go though,
Mm.
which is not fair to players. Now, as a player, because national teams, what they do, like your likes of Lewandowski, what they did, they say, we want to assess him.
Yeah, bro.
You understand?
Yeah.
Why do you want to assess a player which we are telling you that is injured?
We are telling you he's
Because
injured.
teams, that's what Saka pulled out. England called him, and then he went there. They assessed him, and then he decided to pull out from the national
That's
team.
wrong.
You understand? Meaning that he's fit to play a match, but then he doesn't want to risk it for more injuries.
And I actually wanted to ask this question. I don't know why I forgot. I get that we are fighting the international breaks and all this. But when then should your qualifiers be played?
That's it.
Yeah, because
June, though. Let's say,
No, but again, after June, you played the full season.
yes, that's the thing. We have to give them a certain period. You understand? They rest. You have to balance.
Should the league start later?
No.
Late
They have to-
August?
No, they have to communicate
But
with
when you
the
think
FA.
about it, late August, because your Champions League plays May.
But fitness is an issue.
Fitness and preseason.
No, I get the preseason. You can still do preseason and do international football. You are.
I think it's right the way it is now.
You think they should just keep pushing? Let's do this.
Let's just keep it the way it is now, because you're right. What else can you do?
Yeah, I feel like
Sporting-
FIFA is as much as they still blame COVID. Fuck that. Stop blaming COVID. Just say it is what it is. Because the question is, when are we going to play qualifiers?
They have to introduce a system, though. Let's make it a norm that let's merge actually club football and international football. Like what you do in your career mode in FIFA. You are a
So
coach.
you're saying on Wednesday
You're a
I
coach.
play for Portugal?
Yes, you're a coach
Saturday
of a club. You're a coach of a national team. That should happen
Yeah.
to merge it.
Be
Champions
coach
League.
of both.
Yes, the Champions League. The manner how the Champions League works. Champions League, it's international football. To be honest, it's just the clubs. It's
Wait. Are you saying that you become coach of?
a club and an international.
But I mean,
No, listen to my argument now.
Okay.
But now we're basing that philosophy to a player. You understand?
Okay.
Who's called up to a national team.
Sure.
As a player, now you understand. UEFA Champions League, to be honest, guys, it's international football.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's international, but make it as national football. You understand? We
Okay.
play it at the same timeline while clubs are playing. Let's say UEFA is not playing during knockout stages. There is a period whereby they don't play for 2 weeks. You
But
understand?
there's football.
There is football. If UEFA was supposed, Champions League was supposed to play on Tuesday. Tuesday it's what you call qualifiers, national qualifiers.
That's what's happening, though.
No, listen, you don't take them away from your club. There has to be a communication between a club and
No,
a
but
nation.
they have to train with the national
Yes,
team.
to train with a national team, that's why they have to blend. There has to be that connection. The FIFA has to figure it out. Uti, limit that thing. Uti, international coaches are international coaches only. If I am a coach of Real Madrid, Carlo, for an example, is a Brazilian coach now. He has a
Yeah.
contract with Brazil. How many Brazil players does he have in his squad? How many Brazil players does he face
Okay.
during that time? You understand? By then, by doing that, he does what the selections of his squad, not based on his team.
I don't think it's a FIFA thing. I think it's a club
Yes,
national team thing. If you remember, was it Lupitegi? I don't remember, but he was tipped to be the Spanish coach.
Yeah.
But he was under Madrid. But he signed a contract to coach Madrid. And because of that reason, before the World Cup, I don't know if you remember this, Spain said we are sacking him as the coach of Spain.
Yeah.
Because he had signed a contract with
Madrid.
Madrid.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's a relationship between
And I also-
the
I think-
national, the FA of the team, the national team, and the club.
I think there's also a disconnect. I hear what you're saying,
yes, the connection.
but there's also a disconnect in the sense that the reason they didn't say Carlo take over now was gonna be like, hey, man, when are you gonna have time?
Yeah.
You understand?
It's a tough one. It is a
But
tough
as a Brazil coach, what are you doing for the whole month? Selections. We know you.
It's true that it's
We know your squad. To be honest,
Hey,
let's be honest. National teams, we know your squad.
do you know Southgate?
Yes, you understand. We know Maguire's there.
That we know. But what I'm saying is that the disconnect comes there because example, if you are Carlo, whether you're gonna select Militao, you're gonna select Vini, you're gonna select Rodrigo, because they understand the system, of which that's biased already.
Your Southgate, for an example, is in England. So obviously, the only thing they give him the privilege to go and watch matches for
All these stadiums there.
you understand, he's there. There is nothing for him to do, for an example. There is nothing.
So what I say, Iman,
Let's take an English coach. Let's say who's coaching some team in England. He's busy with his squad, sharp. But then you can also focus on the national team. Though.
wait, because
You need to
understand this. Let's make an example. Let's say Southgate
He's a coach of
is
Chelsea.
of Chelsea
Yes.
and is an England
He
coach
deserves to be.
and he sucks. Do
Yes.
you understand?
Yes.
Let's say he sucks.
Sharp.
Do you understand the disconnect from the fans They'll be like, and that.
Listen, the hatred will be there. You understand? That's where the FA has to come in. Your FA supports you as a coach. You understand? International football and club football, those are two different styles of football. The reason why I don't watch football, international football, there is no chemistry. There will never be chemistry in international football unless it's a World Cup. Because a World Cup, you have it the whole month to prepare. You understand? The chemistry, that's why World Cup we watch it because it has that chemistry. But then there will never be that chemistry. You understand? I can be a coach of Chelsea now, suck at Chelsea, go to international, go and face some weird country which I don't even know, get results. You understand? Besides, my excuse also, I'll say that I don't have Enzo Fernandez in my England squad.
Okay.
I have Maguire.
This is a very deep question.
You understand?
I think let's start this deeper next week. This is for another video. That's a very, very deep topic there. All right, gentlemen, you guys are always comparing Bruno to Kevin De Bruyne. Why have you not had any Haaland, Haaland?
I don't know.
Is it because?
Continue.
I was about to
Yeah. I mean, he's performed better than Haaland so far.
Yeah, we can compare Haaland to the boss.
No. That bullshit. Fuck. When I said this conversation,
I didn't see it.
come
I
on.
didn't see it. You failed to score against Arsenal. He was not there though, he was not playing, was he?
Well, he was playing though. But...
Serious? He was not there though.
Anyways, let's move away from that joke. But how do you guys feel about the boy? He's doing the most in Champions League.
Yeah, scoring. Look,
is he struggling to fit into EPL?
I feel like the for me, I'm more comfortable with him playing alongside Garnacho. Because Garnacho is the type of winger that will feed the ball inside the box, of which Rashford has lost his confidence. There are a lot of issues with Rashford, and he wants to score. He wants to score. So
for you guys compared it before and there.
For him to give that's not even
an issue to compare. Who benches who in
no. That's what we can compare Foden to Sancho, yes, but
Pew, shots fired.
Foden's competition is they're nice there.
They're nice there when they are. It's fine.
Back to Haaland.
No, the boy will come, right? You've seen him, the best of him in the
in the Champions League. Yeah, the one you ran where you were like the hey. Like I was sure that you were going to catch up.
Can I ask?
Yes.
To put him, you see that team is strong. He can't. I mean, I don't expect anything from him at this point. You understand? Whether he scores or it doesn't score, you can see the potential which the boy has. Actually, the glimpse which he gave. If the boy was, let's say, for heaven's sake, that signing of Haaland that season, it was him in that Manchester City team. Was he gonna get the same number of goals?
No.
I think so. He's good, but
he's not that good.
So meaning we can't compare.
No, what I'm saying is that listen, there are phases where you can this thing of comparing players with what they've done. I hate it. Imagine now if I asked you guys about Foden and Rashford, I'll be like, what the fuck is Rashford won?
Okay.
Do you understand? I'm saying there are phases. I mean, we've had how many games now in the Barclays? 8.
Yeah.
And we can see how he's
Yeah, he is.
Haaland is not suffering. He's just not getting the chances in Barclays.
That's what I always say about comparing players. Each and every player, they have their peak of the season.
Or the peak tournament.
Yes. Haaland can go 5 matches without scoring. He goes to 3 matches, scores 3 hat-tricks.
Yeah.
So I was saying that he had a bad season. I was saying that he
just better in the
that's where my question was.
Yes,
like,
you understand.
Like, are you guys too worried about what's going on in the club? Because you guys always, no matter what, when we're watching United, it's always like Kevin, Bruno. Do you understand? I'm not saying compare how many goals. I don't know how many goals for Haaland. I'm not saying compete with this, but I'm just saying playing style. I mean,
but that's playing style. I can say they're similar.
Yeah, they are quite similar.
You can see that the boy wants to get
in the box.
16 yard. He wants to be at the 16 yard actually. You understand? But
I feel the
he
team has
doesn't.
played for too long without a striker.
Yes, you understand.
That's
They
not the
don't.
thing.
That's what I always say. Oti, it will take them time to adapt to that. Now we have a striker.
Okay,
We have to
second
get-
half of the season, I'm
Yes.
expecting them
We
to.
get the ball.
So are
inside
we
the
are we
box.
are we putting in Bellingham, Pedri, Gavi, Mbappe, Haaland?
No.
Because that's our next generation.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you
yeah,
can
you
be
can.
there.
Yeah,
You can-
We're talking about generational wise.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, for me, it
Because
can be there.
remember, guys, remember last year we lost a lot of players, right?
Yeah,
A lot of players that we used to love.
Yeah.
A lot of players that we used to
Yeah.
our
love.
generation that we
Yeah.
grew up
Yeah,
watching.
and this is- right
I mean,
now,
Hazard,
right now we have to argue with
Retired.
boys.
yeah.
You have to argue with boys on TikTok that it was a better striker than
Yeah.
Haaland, for
They,
example.
they were saying they were saying some boy commented. It was like I just heard my brother saying that Eden Hazard was gonna bench Neymar through the Barcelona team, PSG,
Yeah.
the prime Hazard.
They didn't understand.
They don't understand.
He didn't understand.
Don't understand.
You understand. But for me, for my top 10, he can be there for the peak of the future.
Let's hope we remember these things for next year.
You understand?
So
Your
that's
peak of the
interesting.
future. The likes of your Karim Benzema. To be honest, though, Mina was a fan of Madrid way back. I knew Benzema way back. But there are people who started to know Benzema 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
The time
don't know.
Ronaldo left,
They don't know BBC.
Exactly.
the time Ronaldo left, that's when he got his spotlight in Madrid, actually. You understand? So I feel that's the same kind of.
I'm
where
telling
the-
you, boys now will compare Busquets to Caicedo. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how much we've lost
You
football.
should stop watching all that. Don't watch it.
Of which we should not get left behind. That's what I was asking you. Maybe we should do a top 10 next week,
Okay.
right? Of our new young. Because that's where we're at now.
Sure.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Back to the future.
All right. So that you've got you
Yeah,
know
I
what to talk
got
about
it.
next
You
week.
know.
All right. Then we've got Brighton, who hosted Liverpool. 2-2 draw. Liverpool were leading that one 2-1 after coming back from 1-0. Gentlemen, I'm not going to talk much about Liverpool. BK, I think it was a season or 2 seasons ago. I was talking about why do these guys struggle defensively? And secondly, they are not ruthless. That's what I always said about Liverpool. Well, what's going on? If Van Dijk is now sacking, is it time for Klopp to go in the general transfer and be like, hey man, I found you from Norway.
Yeah, he does need a defender.
I can go and find someone else.
He does need another defender.
Is it now time for Van Dijk to? Because we made an excuse for him the whole of last season. The whole team was sacking. But now again,
For me, I can say that the Van Dijk issue, though, football evolves too much these days. There is always new tactics.
Sure.
Each and every weekend, if you can see.
Mm.
They know how Van Dijk is. For Van Dijk, though, you can't pass him one-on-one. You understand? So teams intend to, your trend, they knew that trend looks sharp. He's not good defending.
yeah.
Let's pull him to attack and then we attack.
Counter attack on
You
his
counter
side.
attack on his side. You
Sure,
understand?
sure.
As a coach, also you have to develop new tactics. You have to know your players.
So you're saying he's found out.
Yes,
So who's found out? Is it Klopp or is it Van Dijk?
Van Dijk for his defense. Klopp doesn't change his defense. I can say if Van Dijk is injured, Matip is gonna play. Gomez is
Konate
gonna play. Konate is gonna play. You understand? So he has to know if I play Van Dijk sharp, Van Dijk is gonna deal with certain situations whereby it's a counter attack, it's one-on-one. But if the moment they move away the ball from Van Dijk, it's shy.
Can I argue that a bit
Yes,
and say you must know your players' strengths?
yes, and their
Do you
weaknesses.
understand? And their weaknesses.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right? So can I say the other defenders now have to step up?
Yes,
If you give me a one-on-one, I say this from that.
yes,
Give me a one-on-one,
yes.
I'll defend you guys. But if they move the ball around,
there has
guys,
to be
please,
backup.
I need someone who knows where the ball is gonna go.
That's what I'm saying, Oti.
Mm.
That's why your partnerships of Sergio Ramos and Pepe, it's
Yeah.
not like they didn't have loopholes.
Yeah.
They did.
But
He
they-
knew that Sergio Ramos is gonna intercept the ball somewhere. Yeah, he knew where the ball was gonna be.
Yeah.
But Pepe will tell you, you won't pass me. You understand? It's either you or the ball.
True,
You understand?
true.
Sergio Ramos will cover Pepe. Will say, okay, in case they pass him, they're gonna move the ball that side, they're gonna cross
In
it,
certain
and then I'll
direction.
take it out. You understand? That was the
So we're not
partnership.
blaming Van Dijk.
We're not-
Can I be honest?
Yes.
We're not blaming Van Dijk,
I say.
particularly because for me, another issue for Liverpool is the CDM issue. That's why I'm not blaming Van Dijk per se, because if you put McAllister in that CDM position, it's shaky. Soboslai is more box to box.
Yeah.
Thiago
He's
is not
the
back
help
yet.
the CDM.
Javier, he's good, but you know, James Milner is gone, Fabinho gone. These type of players that you may need their
They will
experience.
protect you.
Sure, James Milner was old and whatever. Could have let him go, but Fabinho, he could have fought for Fabinho to stay.
Yeah.
That's why they fucked up. I will always say that for a team to develop, for an example, you won't agree with me, but it's the fact. The Barca development, Barca grew those players. You understand? You can't see the loop. They are there, the loopholes.
Yeah.
But the reason why Busquets, he was supposed to leave last season, but he didn't leave because the coach saw that I need his experience.
Yeah,
The guy was slow,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You understand?
You used to complain about him.
You understand? He was not that Busquets anymore, but he brought the
His
experience.
presence there.
His presence there. They are learning. In training, you can learn. Us, we don't know what happened in training. But as my backup as a center back, we are training. It's 11 against 11 in training. I'll come to you and tell you, you were supposed
what
to
you
do
Yeah.
here and here.
All right. Okay, I agree with what you're saying on the Liverpool perspective. Yeah, I don't know if someone else wants to comment on this. But there are some players that you cannot replace.
Yes.
Do you understand? No matter how much you can learn, De Jong is a good player.
Yeah.
De Jong can never play that role alone. And one thing, Xavi, which I always argue with him in my head, is whether you still think that this is still the old days. Yes, Tiki-Taka, when it got there, it was a new thing. No one knew what to do.
Yeah, but now
These Alex Ferguson don't know what to do. But if you play one CDM against any team now, no matter who you are,
They'll crush you.
they will crush you.
Yes.
Even Pep playing with Rodri there, he knows him. I need
Stones.
Do you understand? I need someone who's gonna at least cover this guy.
Yes.
You understand?
You see, the same argument, it brings us back to that issue, mainly the Casemiro thing. It's not like Casemiro
He's the same player.
he's bad. You saw the first games how he was playing. He was bad, and then he needs protection.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I told him the other day that we took Tony for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony helped him in that midfield
Yes.
when Modric was pushing.
Yes, you understand. Your likes of City, you have seen City now they're suffering. Stones is not there, Rodri is not there. Pep is trying to go back to his tiki-taka methodology. Let me keep the ball
Yeah.
and play it more forward. And now it affects him whenever
counter.
he has
On
to
the
counter block those counter attacks. Actually, he's suffering. You understand? So your likes of Liverpool, they fucked up on their transfer. Actually.
Yeah, they should have brought in another CDM.
Another CDM.
Even if it's a young
Yeah.
kid, let him learn.
Yeah.
Let him learn. But just to add on the whole Busquets thing, we must respect Busquets, guys. Because he's been respected as one of the
best.
CDMs who could play alone.
Yeah.
He played that. I'm saying these young kids are gonna argue with us. Like, Rodri can play alone. Busquets used to play that position alone.
Imagine.
One man.
That's
Nah,
what
Busquets is good though.
Yeah.
Busquets is good.
All right, gentlemen. Then we move on to the London Stadium, where West Ham hosted on form Newcastle. Newcastle drew 2-2 in that game. Question is, are we disappointed in Newcastle so far from what they've done last season? Or
Nah, though. To be honest, I'm not disappointed. They have to. Last season they were playing domestic cups only. You understand? Now they have to adapt to the system that we have to play Champions League midweek. You understand?
Depth.
The depth of the squad, the players they brought in also. You understand? The quality of the players. They're trying to adapt. If Newcastle qualifies for last 16 to UEFA,
then
it's
It's a win.
It's a win.
win for them.
You understand? Are we coming back to the top four? They have to come back.
Okay.
It's an obvious fact. even if they say we want to go to Europa, it's a good fact. You are building to something, towards something. No one has predicted Newcastle to be there. So for me, they're moving at the right direction, actually. Because everyone fears them now. If someone has to play Newcastle now, they have to think twice. It's no longer that old Newcastle.
Okay.
No, I mean, they've been playing well. It's just unfortunate they are where they are in the league. But I mean, they faced tough opposition, if I can put it that way. Kudos to them for knocking City out of the EFL. Now they play
ruined the quadruple, but
they ruined the quadruple. Thank you for that. Now they play United. As a United fan, I'm hoping they win because I want to focus on
the league, Champions League,
Champions League, and FA. Yeah. So, but I think they'll definitely push for that top four. But I'm worried, man. United and Newcastle top four looks more and more out of touch because of the way Liverpool is playing. Remember, they were not in the scene last season, but they're playing well. Spurs is now there.
Arsenal.
Of course, you have Arsenal and City. So top four looks tough, honestly. And then you have
so the disappointment if they get eliminated and then they don't make top four, but they make the hope.
No. Because if you can look at it though, if any team, even City, the fixtures which Newcastle had this season so far, even City, we can say that they would have struggled somewhere, somehow. You like some AC Milan, PSG, City themselves, you understand? They're fourth. They played Liverpool,
I think so.
Yeah, they played Liverpool. They're fourth though. They're fourth. They won against PSG. They limited Manchester City. They drew your likes of. They lost 1-0 to City in the league. Which was not a bad game for how they brought it. But I can't say that I'm disappointed.
And let's be honest, and it's something we praised them last season that it looks like they're not on that tip of we have oil money. Let's sign the checkbook. They're slowly developing. So, and I feel like it's still within their plans. It's still part of their plans. Where they are now, it's honestly where they're supposed to.
All right, gentlemen, talking about teams that we should not disrespect, let's talk about the London Stadium. We all know that it's going to be difficult traveling to that stadium. Which other maybe two stadiums that you can name that you feel like if I travel to this team, it's going to be a problem?
In England.
Anfield.
You can name anyway, actually.
Okay.
Right now.
Anfield and Bernabeu.
In Bernabeu. Okay. Oh damn! You guys went big on that.
For me, I can.
Can you add a third one?
I can move Anfield.
Okay.
For me, I can put what you call. What's this? Emirates.
Okay.
The Arsenal Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can say the Madrid Stadium and
Okay. All right. Then, of course, we had the big game of the weekend, which was Arsenal, who hosted Manchester City at the Emirates Stadium. I don't know if you guys want to talk much about Manchester City. This is not a big blow. We've seen them do this. It's disappointing for us City fans that we always have to struggle. We always have to cross our fingers. One day, Pep, come on, just win the league, bruh. Win the treble season the next year. But my question is, what does this win mean for Arteta and his squad?
for me, it's not only based on them, actually. It's based on the whole league, actually. City losing those two matches, to City fans, it's a lose. You understand? It's painful. But to other teams also, who are saying that it's a win for all of us. So we can't be having your Bundesliga kind of setup. You understand? EPL was respected. It needs competition. So if you see City losing to Wolves, actually, it's a good thing. Losing to Arsenal, it's a good thing. You understand? You don't rely to, if Liverpool beats them home and away, let's say it happens. They haven't faced Liverpool. Let's say they face that, it's a different thing. They face Liverpool now, home and away, they lose those matches. It's already has lost as number of games as last season.
Yeah.
Already. It's still 10 games, 8 games. So if now he still has so many games, and we can't say that he won't lose any other game. You understand? It's possible. So it shows that how competition it is actually in the EPL. So I'm happy with it.
Okay.
No, man, it's a confidence booster for Arsenal. I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. I was looking at a stat earlier today saying the likes of Wenger, Pep himself, of course, Fergie, and Mourinho have won at least once against every team that they play. For Arteta, he's there. He's there now in the EPL because he up until that point he had not beaten the City and Pep. So I'm happy that confidence that we can beat you guys. We beat you guys Community Shield. I know it doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean it should, honestly.
Yeah.
So just to try to you out there. Pep's team alone to once they win a treble, they just
super.
No, they just win every game, right? But Community Shield almost lost to UEFA Super Cup.
Yeah. It was
Carabao Cup out.
Carabao Cup out, yeah.
So I don't know. It's good for us now. The confidence to stay up there with Spurs as well. To say we've beaten the best. They beat United. They beat City. Surely they'll beat Chelsea. So I think I have a sneaky suspicion that Arteta wants the league more than any other.
Yeah, I mean that would be.
It hurt last year.
That would do him good for his career.
Yeah.
And like you said, head for that. They're already making noise on social media. They're pissing me off. They're pissing me off already.
How are you all? Keep quiet. How are you all? Keep quiet.
Yeah, no, but last season they were quiet for a while.
You are cruising.
Well, they were quiet last season. Like they didn't believe that this was actually
after the Liverpool game.
But after the Liverpool game,
they came out.
Now they're already making
Swasso shirts everywhere you went. And you're an Arsenal fan.
They're already making noise. I don't think I'm gonna jump into my other two segments. I will take us too much time. We've got married people here. When I say married, I mean many of them. What I want to say is maybe we should jump in more when the game starts onto our La Liga. What are these predictions? 15 said Madrid, BK said Atletico, I said Barca. So my question is, Madrid come out with a win, they're on top. Atletico come out with a win, they are fourth, and they have a game in hand. Barca sitting third. Third. Yeah, they're sitting third. We've got Girona. I knew you should come and add a Girona fan here.
Where would it be?
Hey, if I wasn't a Barca fan, I would have jumped to that way again. But how are you guys feeling about your squads?
For me, the Madrid team, though. Madrid, they always find their way, though. They always find their way, though. It's special, though. You know, watching Madrid, though, you have stress, man.
All the time.
But you know deep
But
down.
you believe.
Yes, deep down you know we got this. We got this. That Madrid team, though, they always build a chemistry amongst 15 players, if I can say. Whenever, though, there are some players, some teams whereby you see whenever they bring someone in from the sub, the chemistry changes. There is no bond. But Madrid team, though, whenever they substitute someone, that player who comes in, they change the atmosphere of the team.
They add to that.
Yes, you understand. It changes. Nati, they're playing a new starting 11. The whole team gets energy out of nowhere.
They can be 2-0 behind.
Yeah.
But you still have that.
Yeah, even on battery.
You
could be second half 2-0 Madrid United.
I'm not catching up.
I'm not catching
up. I'm still there.
Madrid is like having a girlfriend that likes to party and you're thinking, hey, maybe she's
getting child.
Hey,
and shows up.
She shows up. Like,
I mean, she could still be getting child.
But hopefully she's not child.
Hopefully she's getting child.
You understand.
VK?
No, man, I'm happy. Look, Atleti has a bit of injuries.
Mm.
Memphis, obviously, the most notable one because when he was in,
Yeah, he was doing the most.
he was doing the most. And then you could see Morata play, you could see other players around him play as well. I'm happy that they managed to keep pace with the leading pack with those injuries.
Yeah.
And then when Memphis comes back and other players, I hope they will just get back into it proper, and they'll just push, man. It should eventually, maybe second half of the league, Jan, Feb, should be a 3-horse race.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully it's a 3-horse race, make it interesting. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say much about this because I'm a Madrid fan.
Yeah, it's painful for you.
It's painful for me to say Atleti will do the
Hey,
most.
man, the other day, what was it? Was it 2 weeks ago? Surprise, who's a friend of the channel, United fan. So I think you guys lost against Crystal Palace.
So,
Yeah,
1-0.
1-0. And he will not watch the City game at the time because they lost against Wolves. It was like, even at the end of the day, Manchester's Manchester.
He's
So you can say the same thing and say Madrid is Madrid.
Yeah.
What can you do?
and they're renewing his contract, actually. Simeone.
Simeone is forever. He's vampire
It's
of
the new
the
face.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from my side, I wanted to talk about the offside rule today, the handball rule, but I think we will do that next week. We won't have results and stuff. We'll definitely do that. We'll work around how we're gonna do that. I'm gonna apologize to the referee against Granada. I said a lot of things to you.
You almost broke your teeth.
I almost broke my TV. Because I thought that was an equalizer. But my main one right now with Barcelona is the defense. We considered 20 goals last season, we already considered 10. Of which there is always a sacrifice. If you want to play attacking football, you must know at the back.
Score, we score.
Yeah, at the back, at the back, you must know that that's gonna happen. Am I worried about the title race? Not per se. We're a team who also has injuries, like you said. Barca does have its injuries. I feel like if those players, especially Pedri, if Pedri comes back, we will be good. It's gonna be tough.
You guys, you are
It's tough
playing
to-
like Carlos team at this point. You are playing
On
like,
some level, yeah.
yes,
Okay.
you are playing like that team which says that we don't want to win the league, who are good in cup competitions. Because the manner how you're playing, the 1 points which you're collecting in the league, that damaging you guys. Actually.
Yeah.
They will damage you guys in the long run. You understand? But if it was in a cup match, playing from a 2-0 down, coming back, it's 2-2.
So
then
that-
we go
that's
to
the
extra
time.
time so that we can kill the game.
As a Barca fan, I don't like that.
Yes.
Honestly,
That's why I'm saying that you are playing as a cup specialist at this point.
as a Barca fan, I'm not for us losing against or drawing against Granada. Granada have not, they've only won 1 game this season.
Yeah.
And we've got injuries, but
But you should have.
against that,
Kill the game.
Under 10 seconds.
bruh.
Consider.
Yeah. But anyways, gentlemen, this is it.
Sure.
Yeah.
See you guys next week. We'll be recording on Monday, hopefully. Or Tuesday, whatever. But we'll try and do the segments that we say we're gonna do. From our side, please leave a like if you love the content. If you hate the content, you can leave your dislike. We won't see it, so it's up to you. If there's something that you feel like we should be talking about, or if you have comments, please talk to us. We love talking football. That's the reason we started the channel.
Sure.
Not for the money. We won't say no, but not for the money. If you do love the content, leave a comment. Let's talk. But from our side, away.
Ben McCarthy played for Blackburn.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I need to be so much.
And Wonga commented.